Your book of business is full as a coach, but you know you need to be charging more for the services that you provide. How do you do it? Let's find out. Tell me what the biggest problem in your business is. Let's solve it.
It's me. The month stops with me. I can't figure out anything else to blame it on
Well,
anymore. But I mean, specifically, it's I want to make more revenue and for that to be more consistent month to month.
okay. So, first and foremost, I appreciate you recognizing that you're the problem. It's always you. Always.
Yeah.
Which is freeing because it means that you also get to be the solution.
Absolutely.
So in order for us to know what more money more consistently would look like, I need to know what money looks like now.
Yep. So do you want monthly numbers?
Let's go with monthly Let's go with monthly numbers. Do you have your last 6 months?
Yes. My last 6 months, I'm averaging $8,200 per month.
Can you tell me each month's numbers?
Yes,
So
I sure
like
can.
January, February, March, April, May, June were?
Yep. So January, 75.57.
Okay.
February, 81.86. March, 72.56.
Okay.
April, 12,356.
Okay.
May, 61.46.
Okay.
June is 8,200 so far, and I think I'll have 10 grand by the end of the month.
Okay. As we're speaking, today's what? June 22nd. June 26th. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got about a week left. Okay. So the first thing that I'm seeing here for direct clarity is you have a lot of consistency. You have an outlier high month and an outlier low month and 6 months that are very consistently between $7,200 and $8,200.
Yeah.
So the first thing I got to ask you is what got you to 12,356 in April? How did that happen?
Well, that's a good question because I just caught up on my metrics. I'm bad at bookkeeping. I didn't do it at all last year. I paid somebody to add all my numbers. Last year was 9,100 per month average.
Okay.
But I guess that's part of what I'm trying to fix is that I need to keep my books current. So I since I've done them, I have a little more clarity that there is some variance in there.
Back up a step here.
Yeah.
What happened in April that got you to 12,356?
Well, okay, so I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure that I had one or more clients pay a lump sum for a big package of sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens is somebody does the 48 sessions and pays.
Right, so it's not surprising that May was down from April because 1 to 2 people paid for big packages that didn't pay in May.
Yes, that's true. Yep.
Okay, so now the question is, we know you're earning about $100,000 a year. You'd like to be at more. What is more? What does more look like?
I want to consistently average 12,000 gross per month.
Why 12,000? How'd you pick that number?
Yeah. Well, for one, I know my financial security is not what I'd like right now, so more financial freedom.
Okay.
But I want to get there without working more.
I understand.
I feel like I am working as hard as I can right now. Like
Okay.
my sessions I have plenty of sessions per week.
Okay.
20 to 25. I just picked up 3 new clients. I'll be 25 to 30, which is a little above my comfort zone.
Right. You'll be making more money, but you'll be above your comfort zone for a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So the obvious first, well, before I even get to the obvious first question, which is, what are you charging and can you afford to charge more? My first question for you is, right now you're doing $8,200, $8,300 a month. If you got to 12,000, what would you do with the $3,700 in gap?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'd probably put even more in my investment retirement account.
Okay.
I also, honestly, when I get ahead in money, Sean, I like to help other people.
Okay. Do you have 6 months of personal reserve put aside?
Only if you count my investment retirement account, and I haven't touched that, and I've never had one until I started with Active Life.
Well, I'd love to hear that you started one after you started working with us. I'm glad you took the advice. Do you have 6 months of living capital in there if you needed it?
I guess it's close, 10 grand. I'm at 10 grand. I probably couldn't live off 10 grand for 6 months. No, so I don't quite have 6 months.
So my recommendation to you financially is get that to, like, look at what it costs you to live for a month. Genuinely, not what you could live off of, what you live off of. And then that number times 6 is what needs to be in that account.
Yeah, I need to have 30 grand.
Okay, that sounds like a reasonable number. Get 30 grand into that account so that you can relax.
Okay.
Right now, like, I'm all for donating money, giving things away. I love when people do that. I discourage people from doing it when it gives them anxiety to do it.
Yes.
And what I'm hearing from you is you give it away and then you have anxiety about having enough money yourself.
Eventually, yes. Not at the time, but
Right, of course.
Yes,
But so,
come back to that.
But so let's get you to a place where you have an abundant amount of mental freedom to give as much as you want before you're giving haphazardly. A way you can do that is you can absolutely set a monthly budget for how much you give every month, and it's just a line item. You can do that. I'm just recommending you get yourself to a place of stability without continuing to tear that down. Do you follow me?
Pay myself first. I like that. I'm down with that. Yep.
And that doesn't mean to stop contributing. It just means get to stable.
Sure.
Now the next thing is, what are you charging for a training session?
I'm charging on the low end. I mean, I set it up the way it was in Active Life when I was in there. I think it may have changed, but if they do a 12-session package, it's $129 per. If they do a 48-session package, it's $108 per, I believe.
Okay, and where are you?
Yeah, that's.
No, where are you in the country?
That's where I'm at currently, which is actually the last mentor I had. I'm at above what the calculator tells me to be at because my conversion rate was high.
Chris, where are you in the country?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in. You want the zip code?
Just tell me the name of the city and the state.
Creston, Iowa.
Okay, is that a big metropolitan area?
No.
Okay, so congratulations on charging metropolitan area pricing in Creston, Iowa.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If all of your pricing went to the 129, would your clients stay with you?
My current clients, well, yeah, probably.
Do you feel a negative way about doing that?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of drama around raising prices, mainly from my CrossFit gym when I lost a shitload when I did it.
Okay, you're not working with the same kind of people anymore.
I know.
And you're not providing that kind of value. You're providing a much different kind of value now.
Yeah.
So if you were charging the 129 per session, that's the number, right? 130, 129?
Yeah, 129, yeah.
And you were doing 22 sessions a week or 23 sessions a week, if you got to there, you're going to be at 25 to 30. I got news for you, man. You'd be at 12 grand a month.
You did the math already?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. 100 sessions a month is the math I did in my head based on you being between 20 and 30 sessions a week, right?
So, yeah.
So
100 times 108 is 10,800.
Mm-hmm.
And then 100 times 129 is over 12 grand. You're right.
yeah, and now look, you don't get to the 25 sessions every week. That's clear because you're hitting 7s and 8s, but people are paying up front the 1236, the 12356. So it averages itself out. That's why you said last year you did $9,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
The difference between 9,000 a month and 12,000 a month is 130 a session versus 100 a session,
Yeah.
and the same number of sessions.
Okay. So you're gonna make me slay my old dragon.
Well, we did say what did you say your problem was when we first started, Chris?
That well, myself.
Okay, that was what you said, and I agree with you. So it's time to stop letting old Chris get in the way of new Chris's progress.
Yeah.
What needs to be true
Yeah.
for you to what needs to be true for you to feel confident that that is a conversation you're ready to have?
That's a good question. The first thing that comes to mind is doing new way of being again, or be do have. I haven't done it in a long time. That was what I did when I opened this business and quit the CrossFit gym, and
Well,
it served me well.
yep. So what I want to impart on you here, Chris, is this. When people get to this point in their career and in their thought process, they're like, okay, got to raise my rates. It's great to know that you've got to raise your rates or that you got to normalize your rates, right? That everyone's paying the same thing. But what gets in the way is something different for everybody. The mistake that people make is they try to just shove that part of them down and do it anyway. And then they feel out of alignment with the change. They don't feel confident when they deliver the news to their clients or to their prospects. And so they don't get the results that they wanted to get, and they don't feel the way that they wanted to feel on the other side. You don't need to just solve for what price do I need to pay. You need to solve for, I'm already charging the right price to some people. Why am I uncomfortable charging that price to the other people?
Right.
And then you need to solve for that.
Yes. And so, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have raised rates, since the CrossFit days, and I don't remember losing a client. So
Stay on the ball here, Chris. What do you need to know? What is the thing that you need to know where you would be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to tell everybody it's 129 and have a lot of confidence behind it? What needs to change?
I need to have the confidence to know that I'll be fine either way, honestly.
Love it. How do you get that confidence?
By doing it.
Nope. You need the confidence before you do it.
Scared.
Nope. You need the confidence before you do it. You're still going to be scared. What would have to be true for you to know you're going to be fine either way? Let me help you here. Is your fear more relationship based or financially based if people said no?
I would say it's more relationship based.
Okay, so let's tackle that one. What is not making enough money holding you back from being able to do personally for yourself or for your family?
Just to be more comfortable.
Okay.
Not to have the anxiety around finances and.
Okay, so if you roll this out to your clients, some of them might say no because they straight up can't afford it.
Sure.
That's okay. Do you work with anybody in a hybrid fashion, in person and remote?
Yeah.
So you could transition them to that, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
so you've solved for the people who couldn't afford it. That's
Yeah.
done. Now the next thing is there are some people who might say no and think that you're a greedy, bad person because you even asked.
Yeah.
Do you want relationships with people who feel that way about you?
No.
Do you agree with them?
No.
So then all that's left is there's a third group of people who would say, okay, and pay.
Yes.
You maintain a relationship with group one, the ones who move to a hybrid because they genuinely can't afford it, but they value you and your services.
Yeah.
There's group two, who you're going to lose relationships with because those are people who you wouldn't want one relationship with.
Yeah.
And then there's group three, who are going to stay your clients and obviously maintain the relationship.
Boom.
Do you still have relationship fears around raising your prices?
You nailed it.
I'm asking.
That's the clarity I needed.
Okay, so you no longer have relationship fears.
Because I can help everybody that I want to help. The ones that think I'm a greedy bastard, which honestly, when you say it that way, I don't think there's one in the whole lot that are going to think that of me.
I don't either, but it's always worth facing it down, right? So the last question is, are you sure there's no financial fear here?
Well, yes, there is. I was just saying that the relationship fear
Yeah.
was
So
higher.
let's tackle the financial fear now. How often do people come and ask for your help?
Like financially?
No, to work with you one-on-one as a coach.
Well, I mean, 20 to 25 sessions a week if we're asking for help.
Nope. How many potential new clients come your way every month?
Yeah. Well, it depends if you call it a hot lead or a cold lead, but I would say a hot lead once a week.
Okay, so you're getting at least
4 per month.
So you're getting enough people coming your way that you can't take all of them, yes?
I am there right now.
So if people left, you would be able to replace them with new people coming in, yes?
Yes.
Does that solve your financial fear?
Yes.
Great. So what's your action step, Chris?
Okay. My action step is to re-listen to this so I can get clarity on those 3 things to overcome my relationship fear and to have that in my mind, but then also to draft the conversation and raise my rates by,
Everyone goes to 129. It's just normalized across the board.
yeah, raise my rates by August 1st.
Great. Love it.
Yep.
Chris, was this helpful?
It was very helpful.
Awesome.
Yes.
I will tell you all about the final walk to school another time.
Okay.
I'll send you a voice memo.
No problem. I saw some of it on Instagram. But
All right.
I'd love to hear it sometime. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I look forward to hearing that you did this, Chris.
All right, brother.
I'll be following the Wins channel in Slack.
Okay. Don't worry. It'll be in there.
I know. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Yeah, bye.